Welcome to Learn Yourself. Today we are going to solve some of the questions from the main exercise of chapter The Structure of Atom. This chapter is under CBSE Standard 9 syllabus. This is the main exercise from the page number 54. So the first question is compare the properties of electron, proton and neutron. So here we have to compare the properties of subatomic particles. And what all are the subatomic particles? Proton, neutron and electron. So we can bifurcate according to their properties like this, that charge of all the three subatomic particles, then protons are positively charged particles, neutrons are chargeless, electron is negatively charged particle. Then mass of proton, it has a mass, neutron has mass and electron is almost having a negligible mass, and it is 1 divided by 2000 times of that of the proton. Now where are they situated? Where are they in the atom? So they are in the nucleus. Neutron also, they are in the nucleus. They are not in the nucleus and they are out of the nucleus and they are rotating around the nucleus. Any of this you can write it here. Then one important point here is proton count and electron counts are always equal, and that is why our atom is neutral in state, because the positive and negative charge particles are equal in magnitude. That's why the atom is neutral. So here and here the same point you can write, that proton count and electron counts are always equal. Generally proton and neutrons are equal, but when they are different, then the same elements will become isotopes. For example, carbon C614 and C612. So these are isotopes. So sometimes proton and neutrons are different, or you can write sometimes in the case of isotope, proton count and neutron count will differ. Our next question is, what are the limitations of J. Thomson's model of an atom? Now here let us recall that which kind of model J. Thomson has proposed. So this kind of model he proposed, and he said that atom is electrically neutral. This positive sphere has all the negatively charged particle embedded on it. So he suggested that this is the model of an atom. Now he stated that atom is electrically neutral because he said that the positive particles and negative particles are equal in magnitude, and that's why the atom is neutral. But series of experiments carried out by other scientists could not explain the results of their experiment by Thomson's model. We know that this is not the correct model of an atom. So see, other scientists, those who were in the continuous process of inventing or discovering something about the model of an atom or about the nature of an atom, their experiments result were not matching with Thomson's model of an atom, and they couldn't explain their observation on the basis of this Thomson's model of an atom. So this was the biggest limitation of Thomson's model of an atom, and that's why this model they did not accept, because their observation, their results of experiments were not matching with Thomson's model of an atom, or they were failed to explain their results with the help of Thomson's model of an atom. So this is how we will frame our answer. Our next question is, what are the limitations of Rutherford's model of an atom? So Rutherford suggested that electrons revolve around the nucleus in the circular path. This is what he suggested after his experiment of gold foil. Now from here our real answer is starting, that but he failed to explain the stability of atom. This was the major drawback of Rutherford's model of an atom, that through his model he failed to explain the stability of atom. Now, how this has happened? Any particle in circular motion would undergo acceleration. During acceleration, the charged particles will radiate energy and finally they will lose the energy and finally fall into nucleus. During the acceleration, the charged particle will radiate some energy and they will lose the energy. So, and after, once they will completely lose their energy, they will finally fall into the nucleus. And if these things will happen, and in this case the atom is highly unstable. Whatever he has suggested, that electrons are revolving around the nucleus, if that is the case, then atom should be highly unstable, because they are under the circular motion, they will have acceleration. Once they will have acceleration, they will start radiating their energy. After losing all the energy, they will not have any energy left and they will fall into nucleus. So the complete atom will collapse if this thing will happen. So in this case, atom is highly unstable. But in our nature, all the matters, what all matters are existed, they are stable, they are quite stable. So, but all the matter exist in nature are stable. So this contradiction was the major drawback of Rutherford's model of an atom. If this is the case, then matter are not stable. And if matter are not stable, then how even the universe is surviving? So his model was correct, but his model was failed to explain that why the atom is stable. So the main drawback is he failed to explain the stability of atom. And we have to write all the reason that due to the acceleration, it will radiate the energy, it will lose energy, and it will finally fall into nucleus. And in this case, atoms are highly unstable. Our fourth question is, describe Bohr's model of the atom. So we have to draw this Bohr's model of an atom, and where this is nucleus, and after that 4 successive energy levels, and that is orbitals we have to draw, and it is from K, L, M and N, from inward to outward. Bohr's model of an atom consists of energy levels. Energy levels were K, L, M, N successively from nucleus to outermost side. Based on this model, he gave 2 postulates. This is important. We have to remember this 2 postulates. Only one certain special orbit known as discrete orbit of electrons are allowed in an atom. So he came with a concept of discrete orbit, and he said that only discrete orbit will be there inside an atom. While revolving in discrete orbits, the electrons do not radiate energy, and hence he said that atom is stable, because while revolving, electrons do not radiate energy, they will not lose the energy, and they will be stable in atoms. So these 2 are the postulates from Bohr's theory of model of an atom. So in this we have to draw model of an atom, then we have to explain that what all things he said, and then 2 important points as a part of postulates.